What is going on? Stewie A17 back with another video and let's talk Premier League and let's talk about the biggest headline in this weekend's result, which was Arsenal 5, Man City 1. And let's be honest, to summarize that up, Arsenal irresistible, Arsenal immaculate, Arsenal inspiring, Arsenal perfection in that game. When you speak of a perfect game, that was it for Arsenal. That was it for Arsenal because watching that game, it felt like they wanted it more. It's like something switched, a flip switch, and maybe that was from 2-3 months ago in that 2-2 game where Haaland said a little bit of words that still resonates with them today, which was stay humble, eh? And well, they were humble today. They were very humble, Man City. They were humble to the point where no words were to be said. But for Arsenal, looking at this for Arsenal is, I guess they're back in the title race for them. Because 5-1, statement victory. It was a statement. Because you lose this game today, you're out of the Premier League title charge already. And also, they did one thing, and they sent a message to Liverpool that, hey, you slip up, we're here. One little bad game, one little draw, one little loss, 2-3 losses, or 1-2-3 draws, we're here. And that signified today with that performance. And as for City, where to start? It was a bad game. And let's be honest, for 60 minutes it looked like the game was even. Both sides looked to be even, and then obviously Haaland equalized. But after that, and key takeaways from this game is that Arsenal are still in the title race, even though Liverpool are 6 points ahead with the game in hand, which they play against Everton on Wednesday, I think, against Everton. But yesterday's statement victory against Man City just said to Liverpool, hey, you slip up, you have 2-3 draws or 1 or 2 little losses. We're here, and we're gonna take it. Because you still have a little bit of tough games coming up. And don't forget about us, because Arsenal, we're here. And that's all they can really do. All they have to do is just keep winning. They just have to keep winning and hope Liverpool have 3 slip-ups, and hopefully it amounts to them gaining a title by the end of the season. But to focus on that game yesterday, pure perfection. It was like watching men versus boys. Arsenal were the men, and Man City were the boys. And don't get me wrong, like for that first 60 minutes, the game looked to be pretty even. It was 1-1, Odegaard got his party started, and then Erling Haaland equalized in the second half. And you thought that, oh, we might have a game on our hands, but Thomas Partey, from a Foden mistake, by the way, a loose ball from Foden. Out of all people, you didn't expect him to give away the ball like that. Thomas Partey capitalized, and well, it was downward spiral for City there, because they were outplayed, they were outmatched, like they were out physicality, everything. They were out everything for the last 30 minutes. And it was basically a perfect game plan for Arsenal. And as for City, where do we go on from here? Because, this past month we thought, okay, you had a little few wins. You had a little bump against PSG. We thought, okay, can happen. It was a good team. You start going on a little bit of 2-3 run winning games. We thought, oh boy, they might be back. They might actually go on like a 15 winning game streak. And and it hasn't happened. And for Guardiola, what does he do from here? Because you brought in players to address the issues you have in the defense, and you brought in Mamouche, but you didn't bring in a midfielder to sort of like control the game. And don't get me wrong, Rodri I know is coming back in a few months, I think. But you lost that midfield battle. City lost that midfield battle, to be honest. And well, that was it. It was all she wrote. And Arsenal were capitalized with 5 goals. And but what do you think of this game, boys? What do you think? But let's move on. And let's move on to a team that, frustrates me to the point of, no return. And that's Manchester United. Oh my fucking days, this team. Yeah. With Manchester United, when you think they're turning a corner this season, 2, 3 wins in a row, I think. Maybe 3 wins in a row. You think, oh, they're turning a little bit of form. They're starting to maybe pick up points. And on that 4th or 3rd game, you know what they do? They just fucking drop the ball. And they just bring us back to Stress FC. It's like this team take 2 steps back, but 10 steps. They take 2 steps forward and 10 steps back in every game. And again, yesterday was a frustrating watch. Oh my god, but like I've genuinely run out of words for this team. And to make matters worse, Martinez looks to be out for the season. I mean, he picked up a nasty injury. He picked up a nasty injury in the game, and he looks to be out for the season. Like, it just keeps getting worse and worse for Manchester United. I feel bad for Ruben Amorim. Because this team is just genuinely stressed. It's like they can't keep a consistent line of form. But that's the life of a Man United fan. And in other news, Rashford just made his move permanent to Aston Villa. So that's nice for him. Let's move on to Liverpool versus Bournemouth. Another interesting game of the weekend, to be honest. I think it was like we were looking to, and I think this was the second most game we were looking forward to, because Bournemouth have been, in the past 2-3 games, have been whipping in from teams apart. Think of Newcastle, they ripped them apart 4-1. Last week, they ripped apart. I mean, they absolutely put Nottingham Forest in a spliff with a 5-0 victory. And when Liverpool were coming into town, we thought, they might give them a challenge. Maybe a draw, maybe they can get a draw, But Liverpool showed the title battle. They showed they were serious. They said, Bournemouth, you're still little kids, babe. Just because you beat Nottingham Forest and Newcastle, you think you're gonna beat us? We have Daddy Salah in our hands. We have Daddy Salah in our ranks. He's gonna step up with 2 goals, a penalty, and a brilliant second goal to wrap up the win. And to basically tight-clinch the top table spot, to temporarily make them 9 points ahead of Arsenal. Temporarily, obviously, now they're 6 points behind with the game in hand. And on Wednesday, they can make it 9 points if they win against Everton at Goodison Park, which is not going to be an easy game because it's the last Merseyside derby at Goodison Park. So you're going to expect Everton to be up for it. They're going to be up for it. But the key takeaway from this weekend is that Liverpool managed to tighten their grip at the top of the table. But One little slip up, two little slip ups. Arsenal are there. You just gotta remember that. And other games included Tottenham versus Brentford, which Tottenham won 2-0, by the way. Bring them back, bringing them back to winning ways. And I mean, for Tottenham, I think it was a much needed win. It doesn't certainly relieve the pressure, but it was a much needed win from them. Other games included Newcastle versus Fulham, which Fulham surprisingly won by 2 goals to 1. I'll be honest, I was shocked. I thought maybe Newcastle are gonna maybe walk away with three. They're gonna walk away comfortably with a 3-1 win, but hey, Fulham shocked me and they won 2-1. Other games were Everton versus Leicester, a relegation 6-pointer, and well, Everton were ruthless. 4-0 coming out with the outside 4-0. And you know, at the start of the season, I said Leicester were going to be safe. And as weeks go by, my prediction is seemingly wrong. And in other games, Ipswich versus Southampton. And Southampton got a win, surprisingly, against Ipswich. Look, it doesn't do anything, to be honest. I think Southampton are already relegated, in my opinion. They're just playing to be, they're just there for the vibes. They should be just playing for the championship right now. They're just playing for the championship right now, and they're in the Premier League just for vibes. They're supposed to be 3-point donators to other teams, to be honest. And well, we also have a Monday night football game, which is Chelsea versus West Ham, which I think, looking at both teams, I'm going to say it's going to end in a 2-2. In a 2-2 draw for both sides. And well, that's basically it for me today, providing my honest opinions and recap of this weekend's results in the Premier League. Well, I am your host, A17, and let me know what you think of this Premier League weekend, and I'll see you next time. Peace.